It's gonna be a little rocky because I'm holding it with one hand. I'm tired, y'all. It's been an early day already. But this is the software that I use. I'm gonna knock out 3 of them. They don't take that long, really. I may try to do all 3 at one time. Matter of fact, let me take this off so I can start all over. Okay, so I use the Lightburn software. This is the only software I really use for my laser. I'm still learning with this laser. There's a lot to learn. And it's like, honestly, it's like you're never done learning. Sorry, I gotta look for these pictures. This is my machine, by the way. It's huge. Sorry. It's huge. I had to get a stand and built for it. The software is called Lightburn. It's not a free software. Like, I think it was like maybe $80. And the noise that you hear is actually my air compressor. And it's the air compressor going through, and it's the, you know what, let me just show y'all. Okay, it's a little junky down here, but basically with this engraver, you have to have a cooling system. This is filled with the RV antifreeze. Then we got our, and then the tubes here. One is the input, one's the output, because it's going through an actual glass tube in the back. And then the air compressor is what you hear, that loud noise, because there's a ventilation system that's connected to the window. And as I said, I'm still learning the software. I'm still learning a lot about this program. So I'm gonna go ahead, since there's so many Saints fans here. I know Sasha be popping in somewhere. And of course I had to do my Bears. So it's, when I tell y'all, this is no joke when it comes down to learning. Like, I think this has been like my most difficult task out of everything that I've ever done in life, because it's so much to learn. But I have one of my old images up here so that I can remember. So I can remember how big I'm gonna need the image to be. Because I can't remember off bat. Okay. Now, let's get started. Okay, so this is how I've learned so far. You can input most images. I prefer to do like SVG images because it's a little bit easier for the program to actually convert it over. So you cannot just jump in and say, oh, I'm gonna engrave this picture. It's not that simple. I tried it. It was an epic fail. So I'm learning as I go. Now mind you, I do mostly sublimation, so it's kind of hard for me to spend my time day in and day out doing this, but I'm learning as I go. So whatever I know, if I'm here to help for those that are trying to get into it. Okay, so I had to trace the image. I got my trace. I could delete that one. Now with acrylic and glass, you always gotta flip it. So we're gonna put that over there. I'm gonna see how big this is. That should be okay. Oops, I'm sorry. So I could delete Mr. James up off of here. Trace this image as well. Tools, trace image. Let me fade the image out so I can see what it's gonna look like. Okay, so I got that image traced. I could go on and delete this one, flip this one. Now, since me and my kids are big time It fans, I'm gonna make me one of these It keychains. I'm not doing the crystals that I have on sale as the blanks, but I will see. I might try to squeeze some of those in later, but these are the keychains I'm going to be engraving. They have the little stickers on the back, you know, the film that they usually protects them. So I will be leaving this on when I engrave. Okay, now let me get to tracing it. I usually don't do the computer work while I'm on live or while I'm doing any videos, but I'll go ahead and do it today. Okay, so all of that is straight. Let me delete that image. Now, I'm gonna attempt to do 3 of them at a time. If I mess up, y'all don't talk about me. We all here to learn. But like I said, I usually do 1 at a time. So all my images are done, and they are all flipped or mirrored. So now I go here. There's a knob on the machine to adjust. There's not lights here. I will only be using 2 of them because the way this is set up, I don't have my cooling system and my air compressor connected to the machine directly. I actually have mine connected to a surge protector, so that will be powered on through there, but the laser engraver turns on here. This is the actual laser, but we're gonna turn that off because I ain't trying to mess my hands up. Okay, now give me 1 second. There's always an emergency stop button just in case anything goes on. You hit, like, I could literally hit it and you see it turned off. But I'm turn that back on because I need it. Okay. When I tell y'all I was gonna give up when I got this laser, I really was. But there was this kind person in one of the groups that I'm in who actually helped me along the way. And I decided not to give up. Now, this little tool here is for the focus. Now, there's too much space in between. Actually, it's not. I'm sorry. Let's put that there. Yeah, so I need to lift this up a little bit. When I tell y'all, ain't no guide for this. You gotta really learn your settings. Can't nobody tell you like time and temp like we do with the whole sublimation. It's nothing like that. It's one of those. You gotta get in there, figure it out, and get it done. Okay, so I got my laser at its focal point. So now, since I got 3 images here, I need to put all 3. Okay, so I have all 3 keychains set up. So in order to do that, there's this thing here. First of all, let me change my speed. Like I said, this is one of the things where you be like, what am I supposed to have it? Should I go up? Should I go down? The higher your speed is, the faster it moves. The laser moves, meaning it's less detail. You're not cutting into it, because everything I'm doing feel. So once the images are done, this is how they will look on the keychains. It's not going to be black, of course, but this is how they will look on the keychains. So everything black will be the shaded in part, of course. Okay, so as I was saying, basically with the whole laser thing, you don't want to have the speed up too high, but you don't want to have it too low, because too low will start by it moving slow. That's for cutting. So if I'm cutting into some acrylic, I'm gonna have it at the lowest, maybe between 2 to 5, just to cut some thin acrylic. Now power, you don't want to overpower it, because it will mess up your glass tube in the back where your cooling system goes through. So we're gonna try about 35. I'm gonna keep the speed at 200, you know. Let's try 180. Now, like I said, I'm not a pro at this. I'm still learning. I do know a lot about it, but I am still learning. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the laser. This will be your start, your pause, stop. Now this is what we need to focus on, the frame. So I'm gonna press that button, but I'm gonna put the laser over here. The frame is gonna frame off to show me if my laser's in the correct position. So once I get it plugged in, you'll see it moving on its own. Okay, y'all, hold on, let me set up this. Now that was a big no-no, so I'm not gonna do all of them at one time. We're gonna leave them just one at a time. I'm gonna go delete 2 of them off. I can always go back like you do on Microsoft Word and stuff like that. So now we're gonna frame just one, and I know that my frame is off too much. Second, y'all. This acrylic and everything under this thing. I forgot I was cutting keychains. Okay. Still too big. Still adjusting it. I want it to be perfect. I'm sorry. And that's right in the center where I need it. Okay. Now I'm gonna flick the switch back on for the laser. Like I said, you do not want to ever have that on and you end up screwing everything up. Because it will cut through your skin, it'll cut through your nails. Like, you don't want none of that. Can y'all hear me? Or is the noise too loud? Okay, laser is on. We're gonna get started. One second, I see it was off a little bit. Now I'm about to get started, y'all. Sorry about that. You know, we all mess up. We ain't none of us perfect. Don't ever leave this machine unattended because it can actually catch fire. It seems like it can't because it seems like it's really not doing much, but it can actually cause fire. So I've seen people lose their houses because they left it unattended. So I always keep a fire extinguisher next to mine. I don't leave it unattended. If I have to step away for a second, I have my 17-year-old come over here and stand here and watch it. So it's always monitored at all times. You don't want to leave it unattended. And sometimes the smell can be kind of harsh depending on what you're cutting. So if you're cutting acrylic, it leaves like a smell when it's burning it through. But it's not real bad because I do it at home. And my kids don't complain. They just be like, oh, it stinks. But it stinks for a little bit. But that's what the ventilation system is for. So whoever walked past the window, that's on them if they smell it, honestly. They shouldn't be up on my porch. But other than that, I mean, I like it. I need to get more into it. I'm going to try to do some tumblers today because my baby been wanting me to do her a cup. So I'm going to try to get some tumblers done today. I have done glass with it. The main thing I've been doing is like acrylic keychains. I've been doing night lights. What else I've been doing? Oh, ceramic tiles as well. Like a lot of people's like, don't get me wrong, I like to sublimate the ceramic tiles, but sometimes you want something different. You don't always want just one type of thing. So I've done a few different ceramic tiles, which of course I have a lot of learning to do with that, because when I tell you the ceramic tiles I be seeing, you be like, no, that's not done with a laser. Okay, now that's done. Laser's still on, but you see my finger is nowhere near that red light. So this is what it looks like before I take everything off. I'm gonna take everything off while I'm on live with y'all. Okay, give me a second. I'm switching over. It's a laser engraver. Hey, Treese. Okay, on to number 2. Now this one's gonna be the, no, it's not a glow forge. I didn't want the glow forge. You're really limited on the space and everything. Plus, I think that glow forge costs more than what I paid for this one. It's really not, you know, it's worth it depending on the person, how much they want to spend. But it's not a glow forge. It's similar to it, but it's bigger. Like when I tell you this machine, the glow forge anybody can carry just by themselves. Like it's not that big. This machine took 2 grown men to carry in. So it's that heavy. They had to take it off of a off the truck with a. You have to pay for like the fork. They have to do it with a lift gate. So it's extra just to get it shipped to you because they have to have it in a big old how can I put it? In one of the semi trucks they brought it over, and they had a lift on it. So yeah, that forge is pricey. It's too pricey, and like I said, to me honestly, it's not worth it. If I'm gonna spend that much money, it's gonna be on something else that I want. Or multiple items that I want. Okay, this one that I'm gonna do now is the Chicago Bears design. I'm just getting the frame right. I'm sorry, y'all, my light keep falling. Okay, I'm gonna go up to down to 175 on this speed just to see the difference, and I'm gonna put the power up to 40. Now we're getting ready to start this one. It's a CO2 laser engraver, not the fiber, it's a CO2. There's more than one type of laser, but this one is a CO2 50 watt. Thank you, baby. Carla, you still here? I know Sasha at work, y'all. Tag her so she can see the next one. Carla, tag Sasha so she can see the next one, because you know how she is about her saints. And that's the one I'm going to do next. Hey, y'all. Brina, I'm going to be working on your stuff today. And thanks for tagging her. I think Matissa may still be asleep. You know, we night owls. Only reason why I'm up is because my kids got homeschooling classes at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm trying to do this, but in between homeschool classes, so she start back up in another hour. I'm surprised you up right now, especially this early. Okay, like I said, y'all see, I'm not going nowhere near that red light because that red light will burn through. Matter of fact, let me get a piece of paper and show y'all. Get a piece of paper. Never mind, I found one. Look, let me remove this first. That's why I said, do not put your hand by that red light. Y'all see that? Whenever that machine is running, don't put it by that red light. And then there's also mirrors up here. Y'all see that? Hold on. I know what I'm doing, so. You know, some people may come in and want to be the police and say, don't do that. I'm just trying to show y'all how these machines is nothing to play with. Okay, hold on. This machine. My tripod want to act up, y'all. Hold on. You see that right there? That's a mirror. Hopefully it's showing y'all. You see that? There's another one right here as well. Yeah, so these things are nothing to joke around with. Now it smells like burnt paper in my house. Okay, I'm trying to just move the thing back. It's a CO2 laser engraver, the 50 watt. Now these keychains, they do sell for $15. If a person wants a personal picture on it, sometimes it can be done, but sometimes it can't, because you have to be able to convert that picture over and see if it actually shows. Some people be satisfied with the results, some people aren't. So that's why I let them know if they want a personal picture, it's $25 for each keychain plus shipping, of course. But for something simple, like a simple logo, a simple SVG, I just charge $15 for each one. Okay, we're about to do this Saints one for all y'all New Orleans people. Okay, now that I got it framed, for those who just came in, what y'all see the laser doing is actually framing it to make sure that whatever I'm about to engrave is not going to go over the item. It's not going to go, you know, it's going to fill it up to where I need it to be filled up and the right, actually, like where I want it to be placed at. Depending on the item, you got your circle frame, you got your square frame. Also, there is another piece When I tell y'all, this machine is huge. This is the other piece here. This is the rotary. I only use that for glasses. It's not hooked up right now, so I'm gonna take it back off of the laser. And it's heavy. Okay. Now, okay, so I'm gonna frame it one more time just so y'all can see what I'm saying. The frame shows what space the design will be engraved. I left this on because this actually protects it, because sometimes when you engrave on glass or you engrave on acrylic, it's better to always have something covering it, like you could get the painter's tape, masking tape. Since these already have that type of stuff on it, I left it on there. If you don't have painter's tape, masking tape as some call them, you can do like a light coating of dishwashing liquid, real light, because what that does is it stops the power from being so strong. What's not the power? It's basically when the power is up, it can leave like a frosted look around it that really takes away from the niceness of the design. So since this is on there, it will stop all of that. Okay. Now let's get ready to do this Saints design. Like I said, the higher the speed, the faster it gets done, but you don't always want to have real high speed because sometimes you want that details. But if it's something simple like this, like the keychains, I leave the speed up high. You don't want to put it too high though, because it will mess up. But if I'm cutting through something, like I said, if I'm going to cut through some acrylic to make my different shaped keychains that I like, I cut that like at a 2. Most of the time it's like at a 2. That way it'll cut through. Sometimes you can cut higher at a higher power, but then you got to do several passes. And sometimes that acrylic will melt, so you don't want to do too much. Especially with the power. You don't want to have the power up too high to where it melts through it. But like I said, I'm still learning. It's a lot. It's not something that you can just jump into like I did with the whole sublimation. Even though sublimation is a headache and it's hard to learn as well. It's not something that you can just jump into and be like, oh, bam, I got it. I'm going to perfect this today. No, this takes time. When I first started, I was going to give up. Like, all this money that I spent on this machine, I said, nope, I'm about to give up. I should have got something else. But someone in another group that I'm in took the time out to tell me, okay, you know, did you mess with the level of the bed? Did you check the focal point? You know, he was on it. Explained everything to me. And because of that, I didn't give up. It's always good to have somebody there that's doing what you're doing, or that knows where you're coming from, that started where you are, so that you can get there too. Okay, now, that's the Saints. We got the Bears. And then it. So, since all that's done, I can turn this off. You know what? I'm sorry. I need that light. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to transfer over to my computer. If y'all see a mess, my bad. This is all inventory. Y'all know how it is. Oh. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Now, I hate when people walk past my door. I hate when my Ring doorbell goes off. Now, these are the 3 items that I'm doing. Give me a second. Mama, can you see if my weeder is over there, please? Everybody leaving? Y'all don't want to see the results afterwards? Give me a second, y'all. Let me close my computer so I can use the top of it. Yeah, I'm a big Supernatural fan, Nip Tuck, and True Blood. Give me 1 second. I gotta get this weeder because my nails won't let me go. Pick them extension up off the floor. Okay. Now. I'm sorry, I gotta use these because my nails do not, as much as I love nails, I may just end up taking them off. Okay, do y'all see that back there? This is why you always mirror it, because you're doing it on the back of the thing. I'm gonna peel them off first and then I'll clean it up. Hey, Sasha. You finna love this one. I'll get the rest off with the acrylic. I mean with the alcohol. Yeah, I think these nails about to come to an end. Okay, as you can see, a lot of it didn't come off like it was supposed to, of course. That's where the alcohol comes into play. So I just spray them down. Yeah, I dropped it, my bad. As you can see, all of it didn't come off, so Since the alcohol started eating through the paper, well, wetting the paper up is easier to remove. I'll spray that one more time. That's the beers one. I'll show y'all them lighten up in just a second once I get everything cleaned. You will go through a bunch of alcohol with this machine. And I only use the 91 proof. I don't use that. It says 70 proof on the bottle, but I only got the bottle from Family Dollar because I wanted the spray bottle and it was $1. So I go to Walmart and get my big bottles of the 91%, or I'll go to the nail shop, the professional supply place, and get the 99%. Because I actually prefer the 99% alcohol better with everything. Not even crafting stuff all the time. I just prefer that one better. There you go, Sasha. If you still here. I know you working and busy. And this is for the horror lovers like me. How many of y'all like scary movies? Because it seems like none of my friends do. I'm the only one out the bunch. Me and my kids. Okay. And that's the it one. Now this one I do see I could have shifted it over a little bit, but it still looks good. Okay, now y'all get to see how everything looks. Let me clean this off some. I got this stuff all on my chair. Give me 1 second, throw this stuff away. Okay, now for the reveal. Oh, it's a little smeared. There we go. That's the bears. Little for your Saint fans. And now for the horror fans. I know my daughter gonna take this one. I'm gonna have to make all three of them one now. Let me turn the light off so y'all get a better effect. And let me get this phone off this tripod. My bad. Okay. Okay, it won't let me rotate. That way y'all get a better effect of it. Wait, let me turn this emergency stop on. Like I said, these keychains on my well, I don't have them on my website because I feel like it's a waste of time, but for something so small. But these keychains, they go for about $15 for something simple. If it's a SVG formatted already, then I charge the simple fee. But if it's not and I have to format it, then I do, if it's something simple, like I said, it's 15. But if I have to format it and do all the extra work, then I charge 25. Plus the shipping. So if y'all got any questions, let me know. Carla, you going crazy, huh? If it is a simple file, like I said, and it's SVG formatted already, or in black and white, it's fine too. It's just those ones trace a little bit better, and the details are better. So yeah, if you have them, yes, you can send it, and they can be done at the simple price. But if I have to do all the work and format it, then yeah, it's going to be more.